Hey guys, you're all probably like, oh my god, Julian's making a video. Did someone die? Why is he here? But, that was so stupid. Um, anyway, so yeah, I haven't made a video in a long time. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, today I made a list of cool names with bad associations. So let's just get right to it. The first name, if you guys all have heard me talk about this before, because it's one of my favorite names, but obviously everyone jumps when I say it. But Judas. First of all, we use many variations of it, like Jude, Judah. I'm sure there's more. Does Jedediah count? I don't know. But Judas, first of all, it means the same thing as all of those names, praised. Second of all, from what I've read, I'm not religious, but from what I've read, it's very confusing as to if his betrayal was his choice or not, because apparently Jesus foresaw it, which means it wasn't an act of free will. And then afterwards, Judas hung himself, so I don't, it doesn't, knowing that, it makes me feel as if he didn't want to do what he did. So, I don't know, it just, anyway, I think the name is super cool, but it's not used. I've never heard it used. But I'm gonna try to start the trend of getting this name away from its association, because other names have. Like, when I get further down the list, you'll see other names have gotten away from bad associations, especially from something so long ago. Like, that is before we even started counting years. I mean, that sounded stupid because they definitely did count them. But when we changed it was from BC. Um, okay, but yeah, that's one of my favorite names, and I think it just sounds so cool. But anyway, let's go to the next name, or it's actually a set of names. So these names, a lot of them are really pretty, and most of us like them around here at least. But outside in the real world, when you when you mention one of these names, or if you meet a girl named this, and then your friend takes you aside and they're like, "Oh my God, she's gonna be a stripper when she gets older." And those are gemstone names like Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Amethyst, Diamond. Everyone seems to think they're stripper names. And also, to add to this list, the names like Star and Candy and Kitty, they're all perfectly fine names to me, but especially Sapphire and Emerald and Diamond, I mean, those are beautiful. So gemstones are beautiful. So why are we associating them with strippers? I don't know. I should add silver to this too. For a girl, at least. For a boy, I think no one would call him a stripper. Unless the boy was named like White Chocolate. Then I don't see anyone calling a boy a stripper by his name. Anyway, um, okay, let's go to the next set of names. Are names that people might associate with the devil, even though they are not. Then it's not Lucifer, it's Satan, but these names are close, and I've heard people say, "Oh my God, that sounds way too close to Satan," or "That sounds way too close to Lucifer," and that would be Lucian, Lucina, Satin, and Santana. I'm not a fan of Santana, and Satin's okay, but I love Lucian and Lucina so much, but people think they're, like, too close. I don't know. I didn't check the popularity of Lucian. I'm gonna do that right now. I think Lucian might actually be in the top 1,000, which is cool. I know Anastasia Ruby originally was going to name her son that, but then it changed. And I thought it was so cool. Yeah, it's number 608 for boys. That's really cool to me. I'm surprised. Um, but yeah, Lucian and Lucina are awesome names. The next name I've heard maybe once or twice, and it's a really cool name, but it still has a weird association, and that is Pandora. Pandora was a mortal woman in mythology who released a lot of evil into the world, or all the evil into the world. And that's just like, you know, why are we basing a name's level of goodness? I don't know. Why are we basing a name's ability to be a name on one person for all these names? I mean, It's not like every person with this name is going to be bad. But anyway, I've heard Pandora used before, and isn't that also the name of a jeweler now? So that's cool. It's fine. I mean, see, some of these names are evolving out of their bad associations. The next name I have is Manson. Now, Manson is, I think it's a cool name, and I can see some people using it, but then I also see some people being like, oh my God, Charles Manson. Oh my God, Marilyn Manson. They're both crazy. He was a murderer, not Marilyn Manson. Charles Manson. But I mean, you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna defend Charles Manson, obviously, but even though he didn't technically kill anyone, that's besides the point. It's just a cool name to me. I don't know. It's not on the list though. Like, not in any charts. And the next name is Delilah. Delilah is obviously evolving way past its bad association, but Delilah is apparently known for being or betraying Samson for money in the Bible. But I think ever since Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's came out, it's no one even cares. I mean, it's number 130 now. I think it's gonna be in the top 100 really soon. It's just a really pretty name, and you know, people don't even like my sister's name, Dahlia, because of the Black Dahlia murder. Which that's like people. She's not. She was the murderer, first of all, and her name wasn't even Dahlia. It's a flower, but whatever. The next name I have is Attila. I don't like the name Attila per se, but I can see, like, if it didn't have a bad association, I can see people thinking of people's styles. I can think of people who would like this name if it didn't have the association of Attila the Hun, who was like a conqueror enemy type person like a long time ago, you know. The next name I have is another one of my favorite names that you all know, and that is Lolita. Lolita has the association of the book, which is a very perverted book. And also it's the name of a clothing style which, if uneducated, one would think is slutty, which it's not. It's actually based on old Victorian-esque styles, but people just evolve things. When people get into a culture, there's always going to be a subculture of it that's unwanted and disturbing. Like, there's just different... When a culture gets big enough, there are people who go their separate ways to make it wrong, or to make it perverted. And that goes with anything. And that's where bad stereotypes and bad images come from. But Lolita is such a pretty name to me. I don't understand, like, whatever. The next name I have is Bay, B-A-Y. Now, no one would have a problem with Bay if it didn't. Bay, you know, it's a leaf. It means berry, apparently, but it's a leaf. And I loved this name, and I would use it as a middle name, except I don't want people being like, Bae, like, you know, B-I-E before all else or whatever, which I honestly thought it was short for babe, but apparently it's not. But I hate that it's called, I hate when people say bae, like, Ayo, bae, come here. Like, it's just, ew, ew. Poor bae. The next name I have is Miley. Now, Miley is number 793 because a lot of people like Miley Cyrus, and I like Miley Cyrus, and I love the old Miley Cyrus better, but I also pay attention enough to realize that, and to know that Miley Cyrus isn't actually the way she portrays herself, because she does it for publicity. But not a lot of people see that, and they associate the name now badly, even though it's a cute name. And she's actually pretty smart, even though she does kind of gross things. But I grew up with her, so whatever. And the next name I have is Ursula. I've met one girl named Ursula before, and I've seen it on TV a few times. But obviously, Ursula has the bad Disney villain association. But the meaning of Ursula is what cracks me up. It's so bad. Ursula apparently means little female bear. Isn't that just adorable? It's like that video. There's this video called Cows and Cows and Cows, and it just cracks me up every time I watch it. Go watch it. It's hilarious. And that's what the meaning of this name does to me. It's just like, A little female bear. Oh my god, this video is getting super long. Okay. The next name I have is Blaze, B-L-A-Z-E or B-L-A-I-S. Yeah, B-L-A-I-S-E. The first one is 775 for boys, and the latter is 845 for boys. But these have bad associations now because of marijuana and stuff. I don't know. I've never done any type of drug or anything, so I don't really get the terminology, but blaze it up or something like that means to smoke somehow. I don't know why. But they're cool names, right? I mean, especially with the Z. I like it better with the Z. There was a Sonic character named Blaze with a Z. It was a girl though. And the next name I have is Cash, both spellings. Cash with a K is 371, and Cash with a C is 275. And they make, if you think of it as money, it makes you, I guess, not, I don't want to say your kid, but it makes you sound materialistic and like, what's the word? Dense. Makes you sound materialistic and dense. And but it's cute though if you don't think of money. Like, Cash would be so cute as a nickname for Cashmere or Cashmere. I am loving the name Cashmere so much lately. Every time I think of it, it's just like, that's so cute. I mentioned it to my grandma today, and I didn't say that I liked it. I just mentioned the name as a name, and she just rolled her eyes. She was just like, but yeah. And also random word names, just like audio and metal, tiara, stuff like that, steel. People just, they for some reason get offended by them, and I'm just like, why? They're cool. Like, even Canyon, like, I think Canyon sounds so cool. Velvet, just like random word names. People are like, nope, don't want any part in it. And cool nature names too, like Rosemary or Wildflower or Moonlight, Sunlight, Stardust, Silver Mist. I think they all sound majestic and pretty and wild, and I love nature so much. I like being in it, and I like absorbing the aura of nature into my soul. Does that make sense? I don't know. But tell me what you guys think. You have any names that they have really bad associations, but you just like them? Like, I've read a few people saying that they like the name Lucifer, and I don't have a problem with that. I just don't like the name because it's just not my cup of tea. But obviously there's a bad association there. So tell me what you think. This video got long. Bye guys.